Have you ever wondered what would happen if you did 50, 100 or even 200 push-ups a day? Would you get ripped? Would you gain strength? Or just endurance? In this video, we're breaking it down, from physiology to practical results, starting with 50 reps a day, then 100, and finally 200. We'll look at what changes in your body, what muscles get worked, whether it's aerobic or anaerobic, and if this actually leads to hypertrophy, or just fatigue. Let's get started. Let's start with 50 push-ups a day. For a beginner or intermediate trainee, 50 push-ups every day can be a significant daily stimulus. It mostly targets pectoralis major, chest, anterior deltoids, front shoulders, triceps brachii. Core stabilizers, especially the rectus abdominis and transverse abdominis, serratus anterior and even the lower back, isometrically. Doing 50 reps straight, or in sets of 10 to 15, will likely put you in the aerobic to anaerobic threshold, depending on your fitness level. For most, the first 20 to 30 reps are aerobic, using oxygen efficiently. After that, your fast twitch fibers start firing, and you cross into anaerobic territory. The result? Improved muscular endurance, neuromuscular coordination, possibly better posture and joint control. But in terms of muscle growth or hypertrophy, it's limited. You're staying in a high rep, low resistance zone, which is not optimal for muscle size. You might see some initial visual change, especially if you're new, but don't expect massive gains. Now, let's say you level up to 100 push-ups a day. This doubles the volume and adds more metabolic stress to the equation. Your muscles will adapt, faster recovery, better energy efficiency, and perhaps more visible tone. But let's pause and ask, what kind of adaptation are we talking about? Are you building hypertrophy, muscle size? Not really. You're reinforcing type 1, slow twitch, fiber endurance, and maybe recruiting some type I fibers toward the end. These fibers are intermediate. They have some growth potential but thrive on endurance and repetition. If your push-ups are fast, explosive, and done with good form, you might start triggering more anaerobic responses, especially if you do them in 1 or 2 big sets. Still, you're not adding enough mechanical tension, a key factor in hypertrophy, to build real size unless you're a complete beginner. What you are building is muscle tone, endurance capacity, possibly better cardiorespiratory fitness, especially if you pair it with breath control or short rest periods. Let's take it up a notch. 200 push-ups a day, every day. That's serious volume. But here's the thing, more isn't always better. If you're doing 200 push-ups, even spread out in 4 to 5 sets across the day, you're mostly training endurance and muscle resilience. You're burning more calories, creating more fatigue, and reinforcing neural pathways for push-up mechanics. But what about hypertrophy? Again, without progressive overload, meaning increasing resistance, not just reps, your body adapts and plateaus. Doing 200 reps is like running 10K every day. You'll get better at it, but you won't necessarily build bigger legs. In fact, doing 200 push-ups every day may lead to overuse injuries, especially wrists, shoulders, form breakdown. Imbalanced training, unless you train pulling movements, like rows, too. Plateau in gains, unless you modify grip, tempo, or add weight. If you're doing push-ups in sets of 10 to 20, with rest, you're mostly in the aerobic range. Push-ups done quickly, with high reps and little rest. That pushes you into anaerobic metabolism, especially after the 30-40th representative. However, since there's no external load, the energy demand isn't extremely high, and lactic acid accumulation stays moderate for most people. So overall, it's a blended response. Mostly aerobic right-pointing arrow with anaerobic bursts as fatigue sets in. Want hypertrophy or strength? You'll need to add weight or resistance. Slow down the reps, time under tension, do progressive overload. Include other compound lifts like bench press, dips, and rows. Push-ups are amazing, but they're just one tool. Doing push-ups every day builds discipline. It improves muscular endurance, tones your upper body, and boosts cardiovascular support if done in volume. But for real muscle gains, strength, or body recomposition, you need more variety, load, and structured rest. Don't chase numbers, chase progress. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this science-based breakdown, give it a like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments. How many push-ups can you do in one go?